It's hard to understand the way that you went out. I bet you're living with a little hint of doubt. Maybe next time when you gotta show your hand, you won't cut and run, you'll finally make a stand. 'Cause I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. We're not through. Yeah, I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. Existential questions always get you down. All you want to know is are we lost or found? Is there something that you feel you need to chase? I bet you thought you put me in my place. 'Cause I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. We're not through. I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. Yeah, I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. We're not through. Yeah, I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. You can run, you can hide, but inside, I'm finally getting to you. Yes, it's true. I still love you, but I am getting to you.
Stand by to initiate release sequencer. On my mark. 5,
We're on express elevator to hell. Going down.
2, 1. Mark.
Welcome back to the Resupply with me, Guy Next Door,
And me, DK.
bringing you your weekly double tap of all things Space Marines and Laser Force. Hello, people. Welcome
Hello.
back. That
Man.
extended black screen just for you, Al. Just for you.
Man, what a week of Nats that was.
Oh,
Woo,
yeah.
man, such
I'm
an epic tournament.
Pooped.
Yeah.
Exhausted.
But I mean, just who would have thought Chula Vista B coming out of nowhere to stop everybody in the finals?
Could you imagine who
It sure surprised me.
who that team would actually be? Yeah, so what a week of Nats that never was. That's disappointing.
It was a hard one.
We're gonna start off low, and then build to a little bit above low, but we're gonna keep it pretty low. It's gonna be a low one. Yeah. If you thought last week was depressing,
just to spice things up a little bit, maybe we'll have our own virtual awards dinner here. In the meantime, I think I might need to fix myself a little something.
oh, what have you got there? What is that? Pepsi?
Just a little Beppis, and maybe we'll top it off with a little
Just
something
get a little
over here.
something. That looks nice
Just
and
get a
icy
little
too.
something over here. Oh yeah, absolutely.
This
It's been in the fridge, I think, since the 2017 Nats.
it immediately brings back memories of
Spectrum bar. Your fancy drink making. Wow, what an awards dinner that was. But we'll get there.
Indeed. That was quite the epic night.
Oh goody, DK gone fireball early. Yes, he is, Dan. How was your week, sir? I assume it was super.
It was a tough one, man.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about it before the stream, just with all of the Nat's memories and stuff like that are showing up on the feed.
Yeah.
So Zuckerberg is just trying to rub the salt in, and I'm like, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, but only because of that.
Yeah, only because of that.
Yeah. Otherwise, top bloke.
That was crossing a line right there. Definitely distributing misinformation about elections and coronavirus. So that was fine. But when you start making me feel sad about Nats.
Yeah.
Now we got beef.
You crossed the line, Zuckerberg.
Now we got beef.
Yeah, it's been an interesting good mix. There's a good mix. I would join you, but as I said off stream, it's a little early for my blood.
Well, just channel your inner hoodlum. It's never too early.
Smalley, is 2 a.m. a bad time to start drinking? Nothing good happens.
No, it's never a bad time.
Yeah.
Join our party, Smalley. Let's go.
Shot for shot. Donate 100 bits. DK will do a shot.
Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna profit off your misery.
No. Oh no.
Oh, what up, Marco?
Welcome to the Drunk with Power podcast, everybody.
I am flexing some merch now. I am putting the final. I'll deal with this now. As soon as you brought it up, I have a sweet beanie. Have you seen it? Cool hat, bro. I'm working on some merch stuff. I'm trying to figure out the logistics of shipping. That's the biggest hurdle for me because obviously, couriers aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing at the moment. So as soon as I figure that out and figure out some costs, I think it'll be like $20 New Zealand for a beanie. Plus whatever shipping is. So that's the variable I have to figure out. But I'll put a thing in the Discord and we'll pimp the shit out of them there.
Plan is coming from you. Don't open anything from the States.
Well, so actually, I got a care package sitting behind me just here. The EP that people might recognize from a certain band called Josh and the Jet Noise. I'm repping.
I've heard of them once or twice.
I was really apprehensive actually about opening the package because
it's like that episode of The Simpsons where in the box, like the virus just comes out.
I'm not sick yet, but we'll see. I've been in quarantine.
I went back from the States, 2 weeks of quarantine.
Speaking of which, disinfectant wipes. It's hard to wipe down a t-shirt because then the t-shirt becomes the wipe, and then I smell funny, well, more funny. So I know that there's been talks about how great New Zealand's been handling shit at the moment comparatively. But there were some stories.
Comparatively is always the operative word.
There were some stories last night of some people escaping quarantine down in Hamilton, and the reports are that they managed to escape quarantine and head up to Auckland. So fuck you very much, jerk asses, not sticking to quarantine protocols. 5 fuckwords, you're not wrong.
Not cool.
But anyway, that's for a different podcast. Let's get to some current Laser Force news.
What's that?
There's not a lot of news, to be fair. So the first thing on my list, don't lick your shirts, mate. Don't tell me how to live my life, compy. So we had members night this week. We're one of 2 sites seemingly lucky enough to be able to play Laser Force at the moment. Take a sip. Yeah.
It's okay. I'm fine.
For anyone that missed it, I had the most embarrassing moment of my Laser Force playing career on Tuesday night, where I fucked up real bad. So I have a confession. I love streaming. I love the camera. Camera loves me. Look at it.
True.
Loves me.
True fact right there.
But we were going in for a game. I was fucking around with Laser Force Live, more engrossed at what the chat was up to, and forgot that what position the randomizer put me. So we go into the maze, and game starts. I told the story on stream on Tuesday, but I'm going to tell it here because I'm not sure a bunch of people heard. And shame. We're going to pile some shame on.
Relive the shame.
That's right.
The only way to deal with it.
Either that or drink Fireball.
That's just a different kind of shame.
It is. Yes, Smalley, it is the ammo story. So we go in. We get a quick start on the game, and we hadn't had a chance to discuss, well, at least I hadn't had a chance to listen to what my team's plan was. So everyone rushes upstairs, and I figure, well, I'll stay downstairs and I'll get some people as they try and come up the ramp, because I'm fairly certain I'm a scout. See my resupply go upstairs, run back down, but it's only the heavy and the medic, and so my first instinct is, well, I got to make sure the ammo must be like one of the rookies.
Better go up and get him.
Better go get him. Better go find him. Bring him back to the resup. And so I proceed to quickly lose my shit at every single person on my team when I say, "Are you the ammo? Are you the ammo?" And every single person told me no, which was really weird. And so
one of them is lying.
Yeah, why would you lie to me? Look how trustworthy this face is. Don't lie. I even asked the other team. I asked the other team if they were my ammo, and turns out they weren't. Because Space Marines doesn't work that way. So yeah, I didn't realize until everyone's back in the resupply, everyone's freaking out, trying to find the ammo. And I don't know if you know this, kids, but the back of your phaser for Gen 8 will tell you what position you are.
Man, it's way too easy mode for kids nowadays.
Yeah, rookies.
You used to have to remember one piece of information. What position am I?
So I figured, somehow the randomizer didn't give us an ammo until I checked the back of my gun, and then my heart sank. My head sank. We ended up getting killed out very quickly, and I had to sit out a game because I went and had a sulk in the back room, surrounded by chairs. Yeah, so don't do that, kids. Always check your gun. It's a good tip. Check your gun, see what position you're playing at the start of the game.
See, you let the fame go to your head.
I did.
You got too obsessed with the accolades of streaming and chat and everything else.
That's right.
Gotta have the eye of the tiger, brother.
Space Marines knocked me down a peg and put me back in my place. So that was my hilarious story from Nationals this week. What about you? What did you like best about Nationals this week?
Well, like I said, man, Chula Vista B really came out of nowhere. Stunned the world. Who would have thought they would have knocked out Brisbane, USA, and Auckland A all in a row? Craziness.
That's right. Heathen, is this the game where I butt dialed work and they thought I was being murdered? I think that was a different game. Someone was like, Heathen's in there talking on his phone, and then he came out and he was like, yeah, so I accidentally called work, and they thought that I was being literally killed.
Get him! I'm dead of 2 lives.
Yeah. Hello.
So, yeah, in between watching that and then the Brisbane 3D Rusty Vision videos, definitely got to live some Laser Force this week, which just it was cool to see. Don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed seeing that stuff.
Yeah.
But just it made me sadder that there's just no laser tag in my life right now.
Yeah, the way that Scorpion has set up the camera is kind of genius.
I don't even know how it works. That shit's like magic.
Yeah, it's sorcery. some D&D
Yeah.
bullshit. Okay, I'm here. We can start the show. Thanks, Russ. But yeah, like the way he set it up, he's like, I don't know if you saw the pictures or if he posted them or what, but he's drilled through the shoulder casing, draw a bolt through, and then you can thread the camera onto the bolt. It's pretty great, actually.
Is it just a GoPro or what kind of camera is it?
It's a 360 something.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it'll work for streaming. I don't know if those cameras live stream or not. But it's an Instra 360. Thank you, Russ. You're right straight away with the assist.
Yep. That's what he's here for.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I don't think they stream because the footage. We've played with some 360 footage before, and you have to kind of manually choose a direction to look for the feed. And Scorpion was saying that I think he has a plugin or something that kind of does, like, you know, looks in a direction for them, so it kind of does that rotatey thing where it looks at Rusty's ear and then and then kind of looks away.
Epic opportunities for some memes in Photoshop. Just looking for different Rusty freeze frames this week.
So good, man. Yeah, so that was kind of cool. Spooky Bear thinking about starting to record SM5 games. Which site do you play out of? Because you should absolutely do that. Like any opportunity that we could get to
The more SM5 streaming, the better.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, but the games themselves are enjoyable to watch. Like I don't know. So with the Laser Force Live stuff that we've been doing, I've gone back and like watched, you know, some of it. It's a hard watch in our arena. I don't know if you guys who watch that stream find the same, but there's not a whole lot you can watch, and there's not a whole lot you can kind of follow. I think that stream, the merits of that stream is you guys in chat. Like, you guys make that stream kind of worthwhile. Whereas the Brisbane footage looks like you're in game. It's great.
Yeah.
And I think I said on a different stream, it's like the best game capture footage I think that I've seen so far.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Like, I mean, the GoPro vids and stuff that you've done are good, but like, I don't know, that one's just a little bit better in terms of being able to track the movement, being able to see everything, and I guess with the lighting and everything else.
Yeah. And I
think they only had the white lights on the first game and only for part of the game, and it was just the normal game lighting conditions the rest of the time.
Yeah. Heathen, I think if you jump into the Discord, there's a link in there. Otherwise, it's it's on the Laser Force Nats YouTube channel.
Is it Nats or Brisbane? No, it's Well, they might have put it on both, but it's Laser Force Nats, I know, is the name of the channel.
Right on. Okay. If you haven't seen it, it's absolutely worth a watch. It's so good. We got Scorpion Vision last week. This week we got Rusty Vision. So if you want to see how the greats do it, go check some videos out.
I will confess there was something that was like slightly disappointing. I was like, oh, okay, this will be great. I can finally see how Rusty plays the Brisbane Maze. I can learn the ins and outs and finally figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
And kind of to my disappointment, I was like, oh, well, no, okay. That is kind of where I figured you would go. If you got kicked from here and where you would go to attack and stuff like that. Huh, okay. So my instincts were fine. So Rusty does the same things. He's just better.
Yeah.
Like, that's just disappointing to learn.
Yeah. So, okay. So I'll never get there. Cool. All right. Awesome.
Okay. Hot take. Rusty's a better laser tag than me. But we're hitting the sauce there pretty hard, Steve. You better be careful.
That's my gin. Thank you, Russ, for posting that link. That's probably the best way to get people to go to a website. Is to put it in the chat.
See, look at this guy. Yeah. Well, I can't do that kind of stuff while we're streaming here. I mean,
that's true. Neither of us. I can't multitask. it's very evident on Thursday night Thunderdome this week, where I try to banter at the same time as playing cricket. Ain't gonna happen.
So
yeah.
the stuff and the things.
Yeah, I have
wow.
this amusing anecdote, kind of. Wait. Yeah, nah. Terrible on both fronts. Yeah, it's really cool. You're right though. Like I was like, oh, cool. We might be able to use it as a training tool, but I think it's more useful as a source of entertainment rather than actually training. So.
I mean, it could be, though. There are certain things that are on there about looking at attack angles and where to go when you're getting flushed from certain places, or, hey, here's how you kind of deploy at the start of the game.
Yeah.
Because I think it was the very first video where they kind of split off of the red side and Rusty goes straight to Vortex and has like clean shot across toward Helm.
Yeah.
And all that. It's like, oh, okay.
He, I mean, obviously that's very arena specific. So yeah, if you are going to play in Brisbane, which at the moment is only Brisbane, yeah, then that's probably a good video to watch. Yeah, I miss it. I went from hating the Brisbane arena to now I really dig it, and I think that's just a case of once you understand how to play in a space, then you get a better appreciation for that space.
Sure.
Because I think I had the same thing with LTC. Didn't really pick it up until close to the end of the first Nats that I played there. And then, it all comes kind of flooding back as you go and play more competitions.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. The second time I went to Nats at any of the arenas where I've played multiple times, whether it was Detroit or Brisbane or anywhere else, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this is a lot easier this time around.
Yeah. Well, so you should find it easier when Nationals comes back to Auckland next year, because you would have done this week there.
Yeah.
Well, that's the theory. Right. Speaking of Nationals, I don't know about you. And by you I mean either you, DK, or everyone in chat. This week, or these 2 weeks in July, the end of July, start of August, Facebook Memories wants to flood my whole feed with everything Laser Force and Nationals. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to see everything, but it's also awesome because it does spark a lot of memories of really awesome times hanging out with people. Like the ones that I got this morning were all about the awards dinners. Last year, although for some reason I got last year's midweek hangs pop up on my feed today. The one at the bar.
That was a pretty good night too.
That was a good night. We got to see the emergence of Ace the barmaid. But yeah, have you been finding the same thing? Like, is your feed just absolutely full?
Yeah, the one that I got, I don't remember if it was this morning or yesterday, was definitely the birth of Fireball DK with me and Venom and Bronwyn sprawled out at the top of a stairwell, just pretty much unable to carry on for the rest of the night. So
rookies, bunch of rookies. That's the.
I think I got a couple Spectrum ones today too.
Yeah.
From that year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like that was on the exact same day of the year, but maybe it was. Maybe we just timed it off.
Yeah, I think it's.
Well. And we've been doing it enough years that the awards dinners are starting to line up on the same date.
I got some Spectrum ones. I got ones I think earlier in the week from the awards dinner in the park at in Sacramento, which was a really good one.
Mm-hmm. Well, it must have been from one in Sac because you could actually see what was going on.
I have a video of the awards dinner from Brisbane, and You cannot see a thing. You can hear Al very clearly.
Hear Al's dulcet tones.
Yeah. I'll listen to that. I'll listen to that before I go to sleep. That's how it.
And all you hear is, "Hi, my name's Ashira."
Yeah. Yeah, and then boom, right awake. That's right, ASMR video. Yeah, so it's always a bittersweet time, like during the year in July when these photos and these memories pop up, because normally when they do, like if you take notice of them, it normally means that you're not at Nats, and then you get
That makes it way sadder.
Oh yeah. So at least this time everyone's kind of in the same boat, which I guess is I don't know if does that make that better.
Well, I say misery loves company.
Yeah. Misery also loves a shot of Fireball. Cheers. Right. So.
I haven't worked up to it this week. I'm gonna get woozy early here. Haven't increased my tolerance throughout the week.
Yeah, it's a rookie mistake. Should have been trading all week.
I haven't had Hoodie just whispering in my ear. No, just have one more.
Yeah, just
have one more. It's okay.
Another beverage. Just
all right.
Just do it. He sent me a couple of pictures before we started. Of us. Must have been Brisbane Nats when I played for them. And
yeah, I think that was like the night before I got there, because it was the four of you guys. So it was before there was
that one. Yeah,
Dunks and Spoonie got there.
Yeah, and like it's funny because I just like to imagine that it is our D&D group just looking at you taking a photo.
It is.
But yeah, we there's some talks of.
So you're streaming a Brisbane Nats presentation.
Okay, I'm pretty sure people can hear us now, but my cameras are all fucked up.
Oh, I don't know. I think this is a pretty convincing view right here.
Oh
I didn't know that my name is Tattoos for Matt.
God damn it, man. Like every time. Hang on, folks. I'm going to fix this shit real quick.
Especially in a stream of Brisbane Awards dinners as well.
There we go. We're back. Zang.
Oh, okay. We're back.
Or actually, Smalley said that that's a shot, so, you know, you can be my designated drinker. I don't honestly know what the shit's going on, man. There's something fishy happening.
Don't look at me. It wasn't me this time. I got a new camera, new hardware, new software, new operating system.
It's definitely on my end. It's definitely Trage. It is the Brisbane presentation. God damn it, that sucks. I was hoping. Can't beat COVID, but Kiwis can't stream. Oh, we can't beat COVID. All right. Well, I can't guarantee that ain't gonna happen again during the stream. So, you know, just bear with us. If it drops out, hang about, make some fun, call me names, do something. Just stay hanging out with us. What the shit were we talking about?
Who even knows? Don't ask me. I'm the one drinking.
Didn't have on the old podcast. Well, no, it did. It's just that I had the luxury of being able to edit out shit. Well, we had a lot of problems on the old podcast.
Yeah, so we were talking about Nat's memories and stuff like that, about when you see stuff pop up from old tournaments and all that. That it's something. It is bittersweet. I think is the best way to say it, like you said. Yeah.
Like I love it and I hate it. It's super emo. I fold my fringe over the front of my face and just, you know, sit there and get emotional.
You don't pull the beard up like that way.
Beard. Yes, I do. If you can't tell, the chair throw emoji, that little guy has just a sexy neck beard, just like old mate here.
Neck pubes.
Neck pubes. That's right. Yuck. Right. I was segueing. I was doing a professional segue until my camera freaked out. Reggie got the real beard. It's all here. He's fake. So we're gonna get to some nitty gritty. This week on the Facebook groups, there was an announcement. Do you wanna tell the fine people at home what the announcement was?
I assume we're talking about the proposed St. George tournament that's coming up. Yeah, so Tandor posted that St. George is wanting to help us scratch our laser tag itch by maybe having St. George open up a tournament of sorts in October, just to kind of put the feelers out there, like who would be interested, stuff like that. And I am pretty sure I saw it within 1 minute, and of course I smashed the interested button. But my caveat, and I was pretty sure I was the first to post this, was I would love to come and play at St. George, but we really need to be mindful of what our COVID cases in the United States going to look like by October. Is it going to be safe to travel, to have a laser tag tournament, any of these things? So there are a lot of questions that need to be addressed before we do something like that. But between that, the Nats memories, seeing the videos and all that, I'm just like, fuck, I want to play so bad. Especially when I play Laser Force today. People saw this in the Discord that it is closing in. I'm like 3 days away from it being a full year since I've played any Laser Force class.
That is that is depressing, man.
It is. And I was thinking about it too. Like I've still been, working out here or there, trying to keep fit, go for runs every couple of nights and stuff like that. But without the goal of laser tag to train for, or some other event to train for, it's just so much harder, I feel like, for me to stay in shape and to be disciplined, not just with my workouts, but also like my diet.
Yeah.
Because
that's the biggest one.
People are probably aware. I definitely enjoy my sweets and things like that. But in about the 3 or 4 months before Nats, I'm always like, okay, let's cut that a little bit. Let's kind of get our diet focused up. Let's try to drop a few kilos and increase the cardio, get ready for Nats, and be in as good a shape as I can. Just because, A, I don't want to let my team down, and B, it doesn't hurt to trim a few off on an annual basis, because otherwise they just kind of progressively move up more and more. Don't want to put on the COVID-19, as they say.
They put on. I have not heard that saying, but I love it.
Well, it's because you guys use the metric system, so putting on the COVID-19 would be really
it's life changing. To be fair, since my weight loss, I've almost put on the COVID-19. I think like, so we were really hopeful, even in March, that stuff would be fine enough to potentially play in July, and even I think in May we were hopeful that things would be sweet enough trans-Tasman for us to have our trans-Tasman bubble.
Sure, you're not one is drinking.
Yeah, but just
let me tell you guys about the buzzle.
Like, for someone who has a podcast that does a bunch of streaming, my speaking is no good.
That's how people know this is really an in-depth, casual, conversational experience.
Yeah,
it's slurring. We'll just our words. Who cares?
Yeah. Spooky Bear working on Laser Force Discord bot. You should absolutely tell me about that in Discord. If you haven't already joined, hopefully this doesn't crash my cameras.
All right. Well, see everybody later.
Yeah. Come join us on Discord. You done talk good at Steve-O. You damn right I do that good as. It's nice to be optimistic, because, without optimism, the world's a little less bright. That being said, it's also nice to be realistic.
Yeah, there was definitely too much optimism on my part back in March and April about thinking that things would get together. And to be fair, maybe if some countries in the world, talking about mine here, had gotten their shit together a little bit faster.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we could have had gnats, but we could have maybe made alternative arrangements. Like, there's no reason that we couldn't have been like, okay, well, look, Auckland got canceled, but maybe we can go to St. George and just sort of move things around, but not feel bad about it.
Yeah.
But now,
ain't gonna happen. You might get something. You might get something on the West Coast for West Coast players, maybe.
Yeah, but the thing is that California has had this huge spike in cases. Granted, it's been mostly down south, not really in my neck of the woods, but it's not a good situation, man.
Yeah,
and I was saying, it was either today or yesterday, we crossed like 4 million cases in the U.S.
Yeah.
Well, Queensland has like 2 right now. So come on, guys, get your shit together.
We have no community cases. And haven't had for a while, at least as far as I'm aware. I don't know. I'm
sure I have more coronavirus cases in my fucking apartment complex than you have in your entire country.
It's all right. It's probably the same amount of people too. So I mean, it is something to look forward to, and I hope that it happens, because like I know that people could kind of use something positive. But yeah, I wouldn't hold my breath.
Or maybe you should.
I should, yeah.
Kind of go to that kind of area. I've been thinking about it the last few days, so I'm also not super optimistic. I'm trying to be realistic about this. I think for one thing, it'll be a real wild card in the U.S. if schools end up reopening, which in California, I'm pretty sure they're not. I don't think schools will open, at least not for a couple of months and all that. But in other areas of the country, all bets are off if that's the case, because children are, for lack of a better word, disgusting, and they will spread the virus around. They will give it to their teachers, they'll give it to their parents will give it to their coworkers, and it'll be a fucking mess. Because you think it's shitty having the kids learn at home. If you try to fucking socially distance the classrooms, that's not gonna fly. No. They're gonna get depressed. They can't do group work. They're gonna run around during recess licking their hands and yelling, "I'm gonna give you corona," as they chase after the other kids and all kinds of shit like that. It's just not gonna work, bro.
Everyone needs to be in a Zorb ball. Just that's how life should be.
That's the only way it's gonna work.
I know that there was also, there's that tournament is proposed in October. There was another one that I think Sergeant Tucker alluded to in Loveland. Must be in like a couple of weeks now, right? I think he alluded to. I don't know if anything's been organized, but if someone in the chat is from Loveland or near Loveland, feel free to jump in and correct me, because we don't fact check.
You got me on that one. I think that might have been talked about ages ago, because
that was like last week.
Josiah,
maybe the week before.
Maybe Josiah contacted me like a couple of months ago, pretty much right when Auckland got canceled, and was like, "Oh, well, maybe as an alternative, we could host something in Loveland." And I again had said, "Look, it's going to depend on what cases look like and all that." And then probably back in June, we were both like, "Yeah, that's not going to happen."
Yeah, because even if one site does open, the likelihood of other sites being able to travel there is pretty small, right? Like, what are you guys like?
Well, again, you assume that when we talk about restrictions in America, that there actually are any restrictions, and rather than just being like polite suggestions.
Don't infringe on my freedom.
I mean, you joke, but seriously, that's what it's like. It fucking blows my mind that we're talking about.
Here comes the fireball.
I've had 2 shots. We're getting a little unfiltered now, so ranting DK is about to come out. We're talking about reopening schools. Like, we still have unrestricted air travel and all kinds of just weird shit that's going on. And people are complaining about having to like quarantine in some states after coming back from other places for 2 weeks. I'm like, yeah, you should quarantine for 2 weeks. You've been in a fucking hot zone. Like, I'm sorry, I know it sucks to quarantine, but that's how you get a fucking virus under control.
Yeah. Yeah. Take a look at New Zealand.
Pretty much.
Let loose, DK.
I just don't know, man.
Yeah, it's well, like I don't want to harp on too much about like the virus side of things, because that's not, it's out of my wheelhouse.
That's not our style here, guys.
Yeah. We can rant. We absolutely will rant, just maybe not about that one, because everyone else seems to be doing that. So, yeah, look, we I can't remember if we said on the previous pod we were thinking about doing something here, doing a multi-site 3-day tournament, or something of the likes. Oh, his face. He like
I can't control it.
Visibly just went.
I can't even control it anymore.
The firewall. Feel that firewall build inside. It's so mad. Miles will have another. It'll cool the demons inside.
Well, I'm not so sure about that,
but we Shorty said, I think I just heard DK's heartbreak. You can pinpoint the exact moment. Also, you are right, old man Al. That is a very sexy Oakley Raiders jersey sitting in the background. I saw you comment about that before, but it's a nice jersey, real nice.
It is. It's one of my favorite Nats jerseys because it doesn't have sleeves. Because sleeves are bullshit.
Sleeves are for suckers. I'm telling people this for years. Never mind these sleeves, but maybe we should do that.
It's fucking cold there, though.
Yeah, it is. It's a little bit chilly. It's not too bad today, but he's alright, Al. He's okay. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should make a commemorative Nationals T-shirt or something for the Nats that never was.
The logo should be like a fucking coronavirus, like wearing a vest and having a gun. It's like that. It should just be shooting. It should just be shooting America.
Holding like a first place trophy. Massive trophy.
And it should just be getting like the third tone on a missile lock. The shirt just says boop boop boop.
That'd be excellent. Yeah.
Get on it, shirt man.
Yeah, all right. I'll see. I've got so many things I'm supposed to be doing. Fucking merch. Yeah, it's terrible. Shut up and take my money. You're damn right. Yeah. Speaking of which, if you have some bits, and I'm not, again, you don't have to like spend money on this channel, right? Don't put that out there. Let me know if this pops up, because I added a new thing. I'd be interested to see if it pops up.
Has anybody spent bits so far? I want to know how many shots I'm behind at this point.
Yeah, for every 100, right? Let me know if that popped up.
Good thing I have the small bottle.
Spooky Beard with the sub. I literally just said, don't have to pay us any money, but thank you, appreciate it. I am intrigued as to which site you play out of. It did pop up. Cool. So if you're feeling it, feel free to throw a chair. I'm just messing with you, Ethan. You don't have to spend any money. You've spent like at least a month's salary on our stream so far. So
there has to be a better thing to spend your money on, bro.
You want a chair throw T-shirt? Someone do a design. I'll get them printed up. That's the thing.
That'll be on the back of the shirt.
You play Invasion Laser Tag in San Marcos. Well, thank you for coming to hang out with us. I think you might be the first San Marcos player to hang out here. Maybe.
Well, at least one of you guys is cool.
Yeah, that's right. Tell him, Fireball DK.
It's actually at a reasonable time for people.
Yeah. We had you in mind. Jethro T, Reggie T. Yeah, we'll see. There's a lot of colors in those prints. Right. Yeah, so if they go ahead with West Coast, what do you think the turnout is likely to be? Because,
Well, I mean, I don't know that we want to call us a West Coast, because Tandor's whole idea that I agree with is to make it much more of a casual type thing,
right.
rather than this is a competitive tournament, and more to get people just back playing again, and maybe playing with some different people, and not to put together any super teams or things like that.
Yeah.
If it goes ahead, I feel like the FOMO will kick in, and it could be a lot of people, which is, I don't know. Again, I have very mixed feelings about this, because I got very excited at first. And I was talking to a few other players, including Tandor himself, who I floated today. Maybe we should have him on the pod in a couple of weeks, depending on how things look for all this, and how that goes. But I was talking to a few players about it, and at least one person who I won't name. I don't want to, single anybody out, but I will describe them as kind of maybe my conscience when it comes to laser tag things. They'd be like, no, this really isn't a great idea. You're talking about jamming a bunch of people from multiple states into a small space, not wearing masks, breathing heavily in close proximity. That's like, if you could invent what are the best possible conditions to spread the virus. It's like, yeah, okay, that is a fair point, because
it's very wise of you, Russ. I'm assuming.
I didn't say any names.
Yeah, I did not name any names. Definitely Russell.
I didn't say any names.
Definitely
Why
Russell.
you gotta out people like that?
I'm speculating. That's what I do. No facts.
You can speculate all you want, but I couldn't possibly confirm.
Yeah, neither could I. It's definitely Russ. Whoever Russ was, it's pretty wise advice. Like,
but it's true.
Yeah,
it's true, and we got into this because Americans did kind of have this idea of, oh, well, we can have restrictions in place, but I can still go do this, or this, or this. I can still go on holiday. I can still go to the beach.
Doesn't apply
I
to
can
me.
still go to this house party, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is part of the problem that we're in. So I kept thinking, look, is there any way that we could safely do this? Like, because we can't have, say, like the NBA bubble the way they're doing in Orlando.
Yeah.
NBA starting again soon. I'm very excited. Some of the other basketball heads over here in the States are very excited.
I watched the baseball yesterday. Yuck.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
The worst sport. Sorry.
But it's not like we're going to be able to go quarantine for 2 weeks there, shut out all contact with the outside world, and test people like every 24 hours, something like that. That's not going to work. So I'm like, okay, what could we do in the meantime? So we already said, well, when you're not playing, so even if you're reffing or if you're just in the lobby, you got to wear masks.
Yeah.
And I think that's definitely a good idea. I'm a little bit worried about how well that's actually going to go, how well that could be enforced, because we all know for tournaments and everything like that, it's tough just to make people do different things.
Yeah. People don't like to be told what to do. Yeah.
People don't like to be told what to do. And once the social atmosphere develops and people are shooting the shit, they're going to be all hot from playing. They're not going to want to put a mask back on.
Yeah.
It's going to be miserable. Not going to do that. So I worry about that getting a little bit lax as time goes on. What about people hanging out outside the center? Like, it would obviously be better if people were staying apart from other people and not interacting with the public a whole bunch. So that, I think, would be kind of a minimum. I think we would really need to be a lot more strict about, look, if you're feeling ill at all, you're not coming to the tournament.
Yeah.
Because let's be real, at like half the Laser Force tournaments we had, people get sick. And like that shit just goes everywhere, all over the place.
Yeah.
West Coast 3, fucking Dallin got me sick as a dog. And then in 2017, Imitation DK and you put me on my ass.
Wasn't me.
Goddamn week.
It was King. It was Imitation DK, and King brought some Mexican flu with him. And then I stayed at your house, hoping
so
that we
I'm
would
just
get to
gonna,
hang out. And you're like, oh, I love you, bro, but why are you here? Please go away.
We're just gonna watch Rick and Morty all day. I don't have the energy for anything else.
Yeah. You wanted to see the sights? Nah, just watch TV with me.
You can catch an Uber, bro. I'll give you a key.
Yeah, and then I didn't catch what you had because immune. That's what antibodies do.
Yeah, pretty much. So we definitely couldn't have anybody who was symptomatic there.
Nah, no way. Al says masks will be hard for those Kiwis and Americans who aren't used to wearing them. That's right. Although I was one of those people that wore a mask. Whenever I left the house, which is very little during lockdown, I wore a mask because I ain't selfish.
Yeah. I wear one every time I leave the house. I have a couple of different, very fancy ones. It's very fun because, hey, be festive. You got to cover up your face. Why not? Be an individual.
Yeah, that's right. Be you.
And all that. So, like that, I'm like, okay, that's doable. The second thing I would say would be if we were going to play, we couldn't rotate teams in between games. Like what we would have to do is teams go in, disinfect the packs, you wear that vest, you keep that vest for your back-to-back games. Then once you're done, everybody goes back, disinfect them again in between games. So that's going to slow things down a lot, but that would certainly be a necessary step that we'd have to do if that kind of thing is even feasible.
Wear a mask.
Hey,
kids.
there you go.
Yeah.
That's pretty badass right there.
That's a hardcore one. And luckily, didn't have to bust this one out. Because I had some other ones.
Yeah. That's what you should be wearing in the States. It's fucking Fallout over here.
Yeah. What about the potential for not having refs? Like, so because
I think we might need to investigate that just to cut down on the number of people that are in the field. And if it's supposed to be casual anyway, yeah, maybe you just cut the refs, other than maybe like a ref to start the game watch, to watch people
maybe
come in and out of the field.
Yeah, maybe have somebody not necessarily wearing suits, but wearing a mask just to go in and make sure nobody hurts themselves, or they can stop the play if need be. Yeah, because like if it is a friendly tournament, you would hope that people will play with the honor system, which I think most of the time people play their regular members nights and stuff using that system because we often don't get referees.
Honestly, I wouldn't even care if it was considered a tournament or whatever versus just 3 days of us just playing some fucking games.
Yeah.
I just want to play some laser tag.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that came out of this week is how much people miss each other, I think.
Yeah, I miss people, but I miss laser tag a lot. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I only miss the people because without them I can't play laser tag. If I could, I'd dress up a bunch of dummies. Yeah, right on. Well, I mean, yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice if you guys could have something. Maybe it should be something that people look into for early next year.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We could maybe move it back a little bit, depending if cases are looking shitty in September and all that. Maybe by the end of the year, things will improve a little bit, since at least the Orange Menace is telling people they should wear a mask now, I guess. So, I mean, this is something. If it increases mask wearing in the States, then hey, I'd say kudos. Good on you, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
tell people to wear their fucking masks because I want to play some laser tag. So I don't care how we get there.
That's right. It's something that I hadn't actually thought about, which is kind of dumb. But we talked about potentially, again, doing the Trans-Tasman competition in July instead of Nats, and this is back when we thought, we've got our shit together, like we should be able to set up some sort of Trans-Tasman bubble. Oh, speaking of which, there is I think it was announced today, Japan are working on opening up travel lines between Australia and New Zealand to Japan, which I don't really know what the situation over there is like, but I can't imagine it's great.
They're used to wearing masks. It'll be fine.
It'd be sweet. But that means that maybe I'll go over for Super Nintendo Land at Universal. I absolutely want to do that. That's not where I was going with the story. What I was going to say was, what we could do is maybe look to have our competition early next year.
The one with you in Australia.
In Australia, yeah. Assuming that the state of Victoria sorts their shit out, and I think New South Wales are kind of heading down that path as well. God
damn it, Hoodie. Get your shit together.
Yeah, man. Stop going out and spreading that nastiness. You want to spread love, but not nasty. Victorian cases are leveling out. That's good. That's great news.
Yeah. Amazing what can happen when people actually follow the goddamn rules.
Yeah. One of the saddest things I think I've seen in a long time is we're in our D&D group chat. Ducky was really lamenting the fact that they can't play. I don't think I've seen Ducky emote like that before. Certainly like a cool level of anger, but never sadness. Yeah, so that was kind of heartbreaking to see him how this kind of affected him specifically, because he's very stoic. Man. He's a very stoic guy.
It's true. He's very on the level.
Yeah. To
the point that in 2018, I mistook it for not caring in a game.
Yeah.
And I felt very bad about that because it was very obvious that he did care and he expressed it differently.
Ducky admitted that he's missing Laser Force. Yeah, that was crazy to me.
That's how bad it's gotten, man.
Yeah. You don't know what you got, kids, until it's gone. Much like the famous song by whoever it was by. Lauryn Hill, probably. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Lauryn Hill.
It was by Josh and the Jet Noise.
Yes,
the
it was
world's
by
greatest band.
Josh and the Jet Noise.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, Old Man Tham was sort of around.
I keep trying to remember to check my phone. He said he was in the final battle of whatever they're doing with D&D.
They're gonna be at least an hour.
Yeah, probably.
How close to Loveland are you? There's
Loveland would. Well, so here's the other thing: is that if we were gonna have any kind of tournament, at least for me, I would insist on driving. I am not getting on a fucking plane.
Yeah. And how long is that? Oh, thank you, Varout, for the follow. Appreciate it, Bert.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Don't know who you are.
No.
That's cool. We know you now.
Yeah.
That's the important part.
You're part of the family. Welcome to our weird family.
St. George, I think I looked at it yesterday. It's like a 10.5-hour drive. So it's doable.
Yeah.
I'm used to making the drive to Portland. That's a relatively similar length. Usually we do that about once a year, which the other thing that's made me sad is that I haven't been able to take my annual trip to Portland because I got some cool people to see it.
You don't want to go there at the moment.
Well, okay. So now we're going to get to, we can get to rant number 2 about how the news media is shitting all over Portland when it's not that bad. All my friends are like, it's 2 blocks around the courthouse. Other than that, Portland is the way it always fucking is. They actually posted some really funny photos. One of my friends that of all these different things that are like, here's the mall under siege, and it's 3 people sitting on a bench. Stuff like that. In the anarchy in the park, and it's 2 geese that are fighting with each other.
Classic Portland.
Yeah.
Varout is a friend of mine from high school. Jason, thanks for the follow, bro. Appreciate it.
Welcome to the Drunk with Power podcast.
Yeah, if chat could send him some love, either via Reggie or some love hearts, that'd be awesome. I know he has had a pretty tough, either at least a year, but probably longer. So if you could send Varout some love, I know they probably appreciate it a bit. Speaking of 10-hour drives, I'm heading down to Palmerston North in September. which will actually mean that weekend we won't be streaming because I will be driving. Maybe I'll do one in the car with my older brother. That might be a bit of a laugh. But we're going down. It's the 1 year anniversary of my dad passing away. So we're going down to unveil his headstone. Yeah. Cheers, Pop. Which is okay. I wasn't gonna go into it, but I might as well. Part of the reason.
Cheers, Dad next door.
Part of the reason for last week, not last week, the last stream, getting emotional was because of that. Yeah. So, the reason I bring that up is because that'll be the first decent a bit of travel that I've kind of done, since all this craziness started. And B. We obviously won't be streaming most likely that week, so I'm telling you now, DK. I'll tell Tham when he gets here.
I don't even remember which week you were talking about now. So
September. This is September. Yeah. I think that's when Loveland was supposed to be having their tournament. Maybe.
Cool. So maybe I'll be there instead.
Yeah, hopefully.
So I won't be streaming either.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, okay. So I would insist on driving, number one, which I know is not an option for everybody.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get on a fucking plane. Two, I would say that if you can, get tested before you go. Don't, commit to something and be like, oh, yeah, by the way, I have no idea if I've been exposed to coronavirus or if I have the antibodies or whatever. Because there have been some people, and hey, shout out to them who are like, I took an antibody test. I had it. I didn't have a symptomatic case, but I have the antibodies, and I should be okay.
Yeah.
There's still a lot we don't know, obviously, about COVID-19, but we are learning more every day, thankfully. Yeah. But yeah, if we're gonna do anything like this, we just have to be smart about it.
That's a really good point, actually. If you were to test and go into some sort of semi-quarantine, a week out from the tournament, so you get your test and then you stay at home for the week and then you go traveling. It probably doesn't work out well for, if you've got to go to a job or whatever. But jobs are overrated. People stay at home.
Work from home, bro. It's the best.
It is.
That
the
is
best.
One thing that I can't knock.
Oh,
right there.
So this week I've been commuting. I don't normally commute anyway. I work from home most of the week. And it's the first week in a long time that I've commuted every day. I hate it. It's the worst.
Sounds like dog shit, bro.
It's so terrible. Pint Size with the follow. Thank you, Pint Size. That's awfully nice of you. Nice to see you. It's a shame that we can't see you, obviously in the flesh, but it's nice to see you.
That deserves a toast.
Everything deserves a toast.
Shh, quiet.
Shit, I can't remember what I was saying. That doesn't matter. It's probably not that interesting. Commuting sucks.
Yeah, commuting sucks. Commuting sucks. It's true. It feels like forever ago. It was just last fall semester. I was working fucking 6 days a week, and I was having to drive at least 40 minutes to and from every day. That shit fucking sucked.
Yeah.
So only filling up my gas tank once a month and just sitting on my ass the rest of the time, and
it's beautiful.
Making videos like this.
Yeah.
Oh, this is what I should do. Is I should make another class video tonight when I'm still a little bit tipsy. Just twins will really love that one.
If you're Professor DK is a little off tonight. Is he all right? He seems to be slurring a little bit. He's hanging out with a guy next door too much. He's developed a speech impediment.
Aaron Burr, let me tell you, fucking asshole.
Just hang on, just hang on a second. Hang on.
You Hamilton fans out there, you'll know what I'm talking about.
I was gonna potentially save this because we were doing our we did our top 5 last week, and I do want to do another one. Maybe we'll do that next week. We'll do a top 5.
No, next week we got the rewatchables, bro.
Are we doing that next week?
I hope so.
Do you want to explain real quickly to everyone how that's gonna kind of work?
Oh, I can't wait to do this a little tipsy.
Yeah.
So there's this great podcast series. If people don't know it, I know people fucking hate Bill Simmons, but I don't care because I like him. on the Ringer Network, there's a show called The Rewatchables where they just shoot the shit about old movies that are fun that you just will watch over and over again. So I wanted to steal their idea, obviously, because there's nothing new under the sun. And we want to do a rewatchables for Aliens, which is obviously an important movie in the canon of Laser Force because SM5 is fucking based on Aliens, and we probably stole without copyright in lots of their stuff. And if Twitch catches on, we might get banned. But you know what? That's okay.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. So hopefully we're gonna watch some fucking Aliens, and we're gonna just talk about it next week.
So are we gonna have it playing in the background, or are we gonna watch it first and then talk about it here?
I don't know. How on the background seems pretty fucking complicated, bro. I think we're probably just gonna talk about it.
Right. Well, so what I wanted to do was do like a watch party before we did the rewatchables. So maybe at some stage this week. It might be a little difficult for some of you to watch it, but I haven't seen Aliens in many years. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've only seen it once, and it was like maybe a decade ago.
I've seen it at least 87 times. So
yeah, I was surprised actually because you and Than were talking about it, and I didn't realize just how much you guys love that film.
I fucking love it, bro.
We did. I'm pretty sure the last time I watched it was with, it might have been during Nationals, or it was with a bunch of Laser Force people. I think Than was still living in the country.
Maybe.
And
I know I turned it on when we were in Chula in 2010.
Yeah.
And I was showing some of the youngins, and they were like, "Oh, hey, that's from Space Marines." And I was like, "Yeah, like, you should learn some fucking culture."
Yeah.
You youngin.
This is gonna be an eye-opening experience
right here. You need to have some goddamn respect for your history right here.
I'm working on I'm thinking about getting a MIDI board. I think I bought this up on Tuesday. When's the watch party out? I don't know. Maybe we'll figure that out today. We'll figure that out.
So maybe like the day before. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, so if we do this, it'll be Saturday for us. So maybe Friday night our time. Yeah. My time, which would make
Friday night your time. That's like fucked up a clock for me.
That's like Thursday.
But whatever.
You don't need to do work, right?
I can't do anything, bro. I'm not doing anything right now.
Perfect. No plans. Okay, maybe we'll do that this week. We'll play it through Discord, because I'm not sure we're allowed to legally stream it through Twitch.
No, bro. Like Twitch, they're getting real twitchy about some shit right now. Let me tell you.
Well, yeah. I'll figure out how to do a watch party, and we'll watch the movie together. We could even turn it into a drinking game.
Oh, fuck, bro! I'm gonna get another bottle.
Every time you hear a sound bite from Space Marines.
No, you'll die.
Rock a shot.
Don't do that.
I know there's been discussion about doing this at Nationals, like having a group of people do Aliens drinking game, and every time there's a sound bite, you do a shot.
Than says he's ready to come on.
Than's ready. All right, we're gonna go to Be Right Back.
That's what it says.
So that it's smooth, and then we'll be right back with
very smooth.
One Old Man Fan. Okay, hang on a sec. We are back, and we brought this guy with us.
Hey!
Why
Look
are
at
my
that.
I mean,
cameras all bung? Oh, watch
what's
this.
that?
Boom,
Uh-oh, what happened?
full screen.
What did you do, Sivo?
I forgot to full screen it. I thought it looked a little off. Seriously.
Wait, it says the broadcast you're watching has ended. No, I think it's probably okay now.
What?
I'm not gonna fuck with that.
Oh, we're
we
still
actually
on,
on?
right? We're still on. I'm pretty sure we're still on. I'm sure chat would have told us by now if we were off.
I'm gonna put that away now.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
So then we've been talking about some
Yeah.
stuff, but just quickly, you notice that right there? Does that look familiar? Right there, you follow my finger. You see that just poking out there behind in the shelf? Love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also this bad boy right here.
I mean, that's pretty fucking cool too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you
That's-
very much.
That's awesome.
I dig it. It looks nice. Good size, good printing. You guys cheaped out on the Gildan shirts, but you know, whatever. Can't all win. Just jokes.
Well, so the company that we went through on that is a company called Merchly, and we got those shirts at basically on one of their 50 shirts for $5 each thing. So I wasn't expecting like super high quality shirt and printing wise, but honestly for $5 a shirt on our cost, I was really happy with how they came out.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, that's what, like $20 New Zealand.
Pretty much.
No, they look good. You've done a great job. Oh no, he's gone past sensible, DK.
He's unprepared.
Hold up the bottle again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was at the top of the label at the start of the stream.
That was gonna be my question: is how much has he actually had so far?
Yeah.
And if the label, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, enough to do
yeah.
at least one rant so far.
Only one. Only one. Okay, well that's
1.5,
that's not
maybe.
bad.
Yeah.
One and a half. You're slipping, bro. With that much fireball, I expect at least 3 DK rants.
Hey, we're only halfway through the show. bro.
Yeah, it's only been an hour.
And I
That's
had
true.
to work
These-
up to it for a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, did
okay, that's
my thing
fair.
switched again? Oh yeah, hang on. I'm gonna flip my camera. I forgot to flip this camera. Right. So we were talking about the watch party. We'll figure out
Right.
when we're gonna do that because I think that might be a bit of fun. And if people want to join in and watch an amazing film with us, you're more than welcome to. We'll stream it on Discord, so it won't actually be live. It'll just mean that everyone's watching the film at the same time. The quality is not super great on Discord. It does buffer a little bit, but we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll just put what time it's kind of started, and then people can join in as they wish. My camera is doing weird things. I have a feeling it's gonna freak out on me. Yeah.
Press F
So-
press F to pay respect.
Yes.
So what you're saying is you need to get a new camera.
Yeah. So I've been looking actually. A thing popped up.
Get on the DK train of getting the new camera.
Oh, I'm
I
skipping
haven't shit the
frames.
bed once.
I'm skipping frames. It's the beginning of the end.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit, bro. Oh shit. It's a problem. It's a huge problem.
Do we need to go break again? Or
No,
you
no.
reset your shit?
It'll be all right. If it does drop out, please let us know. But it's been a funny guy. Stream, if it does freak out, or if the quality drops even further lower than it is, please let me know. Sync's a problem. God damn it.
No, that sucks.
It does suck. Seems fine on my end. But
Yeah, if it does become a problem, please let me know. Anyway, moving on. Yes, so Than, Than joined. Yes, Than, you ruined it.
Yes. Well, I mean,
Slowing down.
let's face it. I am the ruiner of all things. That's what I do. It's my role to come in and just completely fuck up whatever the last hour is that these two fine gentlemen have been doing. So,
my job is to show up after I've been drinking and just shame me publicly. So
Yeah.
This is actually really accurate. It's happened more times now than I really. Yeah, no, that seems about right. Yeah.
Oh, you're going to be in so much trouble in the morning, DK.
You're probably not wrong.
So we kind of that's it. We were kind of like in between topics, or at least coming to the end of talking about the rewatchables, which we'll work out the details of that. Maybe we'll do it for Friday. I'll just double check with my wife that I'm not supposed to be doing anything on Friday night. But yeah, we could do a bit of a watch through, and that'd be kind of nice. What I was going to say was, DK, you were gonna do we were gonna do a thing, right? We're gonna do a thing.
Oh yeah, and this is gonna be even more fun.
Do we want to do a thing?
Yeah. So.
Oh fuck.
All right.
I feel like this is a thing that is set up to completely fuck me. This is just my guess.
Would I do that, bro? Why would I do that?
You would totally do that, and it would not
Okay.
be the first time.
So, when we were preparing for this, we were thinking about doing podcasts and stuff like that. This is before fucking Corona ruined the world and all that. I was like, you know what would be fun is if we just had a little New Zealand preview for everybody so that people who haven't experienced the joys of New Zealand, which would include me, can learn a little bit about the country. And I thought, who better to teach us about New Zealand than one person who's a born and bred Kiwi like G&D and somebody who's like a going back.
Bear with me, folks. I need a new computer, I think.
Are we live?
We are.
Well, just do like I
Okay.
did and, run Windows 7 for like 3 years longer than you're supposed to run Windows 7 and then upgrade to Windows 10 and everything magically works and your computer doesn't shit the bed anymore.
I think
It's funny how that happens.
so I've got a PC that we use to run everything in the house off. So maybe I got to start streaming off that. That might be a little bit better. I ruined your flow.
Yeah,
That's cool, bro.
You totally did, man.
It's cool. It's cool. So I was saying, like, everybody
Hang on,
wants to hear about New
I'm
Zealand.
not back on the fucking stream yet.
There you are. There you are.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
That's
You're
fucking
right.
time.
You're back.
All
Oh,
right.
shit. So,
All right, DK,
I was
you're
like,
on.
before all this shit happened, I was like, people need to learn about New Zealand, but especially after it became obvious that we couldn't go to New Zealand. I'm like, okay, we need to create a virtual New Zealand experience. So I said, these two Kiwis are make-believe Kiwis. They're going to tell us about New Zealand. So we're going to play a little game show called How the Fuck Well Do You Know New Zealand?
What's gonna suck is when I lose this game.
It might, because the stakes are big for this, but they're not going to be revealed until after the game is complete.
Am I getting my boobs out? Is that what's gonna happen?
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
All right. We'll put that as the bonus prize.
Perfect.
Okay. So we're going to go in alternating questions here. And we're going to teach our audience lots of things about New Zealand. So pay attention, Americans, because you're about to learn a thing or three right here. All right.
Who's going first? Who's about the first
Well,
answer?
Steve's going to go first. I mean, he is the home person, so you get the chance to steal. All right, Dan.
Okay.
All right. So, Steve, here's
Yeah.
your question. New Zealand is home to many unique birds, including a flightless one whose name has become a stand-in for New Zealanders as a name. So what is this bird-based nickname that New Zealanders have?
Shitbag. Oh wait, no. Kiwi. I'm going with Kiwi. Lock it in, Eddie.
Okay, all right. We'll go Kiwi. Yeah, Kiwi is correct.
Kiwi's
All right,
correct.
so
Ba-boom!
1 point for Steve. All
Take
right,
that,
good.
Thad.
Kiwi. It's a little bird. It's a wee little parrot.
You could have also. I would have also maybe said moa. You could have gone with moa, which is a giant like death bird.
That one's not wee. And yeah, aren't they fucking extinct, bro?
They are.
Yeah, that doesn't count. You're not a moa. You're a fucking kiwi.
Glader, never heard of the sheepshagger bird. Fuck you, man.
Okay, now Thang, you live in New Zealand too, so you should be able to answer these questions. All right. So
I'm
New
being set up
Zealand
so hard.
is famously composed of 2 major islands. Right? There's 2 major islands in New Zealand. So this shouldn't be a hard question. What is the approximate area of the North Island? And I'm going to need that in square kilometers. Bro, you live there. Come on.
Yeah, we all know this one.
I'm gonna
kilometers.
do you a solid, and I'm gonna let you say, like, if you get it within 200 square kilometers on either side, you're gonna get the fucking point.
Oh, I fucking hate you so fucking much.
Get ready to get your boobs out.
2,000 square kilometers.
2,000 square kilometers? Are you fucking stupid, bro?
Yes,
113,729 square kilometers.
Yeah,
You're only off by a factor of like 8 billion.
Yeah, add another zero. Should have gone with another couple of zeros.
Yeah.
All right. Well, all right. We'll give you a chance to get back into the game here, but not a great start. Okay, Steve, we're increasing the difficulty now as we go through it. Here, round 2.
All right.
Okay. Second question: the Maori people of New Zealand have a famous ceremonial dance associated with warrior traditions and special occasions.
Yeah.
What is this warrior dance called?
Okay, now having participated in one of these, actually 2 of these, in two separate Laser Force tournaments, I'm gonna go with haka, or the haka.
Yeah, I will accept both of those answers. It's very good. Your true New Zealand spirit is showing through.
Perfect.
Your roots
I'm great at
deep.
this game.
Okay. All right, then. You got to get back in it now. Okay.
I hate you so much.
Okay. New Zealand's head of government, Jacinda Ardern, she is the youngest woman elected as a head of government anywhere in the world. But many people outside New Zealand are unaware she's actually the 3rd woman to hold the office of prime minister in that country. We're all about gender equity here on the Resupply, though. So I have to ask, who is the 3rd man to hold the office of prime minister in New Zealand?
I don't even have an answer for this.
I thought you were gonna say name the other 2
on.
women.
Bro,
I could have done that.
History. You should be ashamed of yourself. Come on.
What year were they? Did they have office? Do you have that information?
Back in the 19th century.
Right. Easy question.
Because, back in I don't know if everybody knows this, back in the day, like, they only let men do shit because people were dickbags back then. They were like, women, you can't do this.
Gothan, enlighten us. What's your guess? Barack Obama.
My guess is fuck you, DK.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is incorrect. We're looking for George Waterhouse.
Close.
We would have also accepted, Sir Edward Stafford because he held the post of colonial secretary. That was before the office of prime minister was officially established in New Zealand. So, but you know what? They're close enough. So we would have accepted either of those.
Fun fact, he then went on after that. He then went on to quarterback for the Detroit Lions.
See, we learn something new every day. These are true history facts.
Same Stafford.
Professor. I will back this up.
Yeah, same Stafford. Fact.
Mm-hmm. That's the guy.
Make
You're
a multiple
right.
choice. That's way too easy.
You know what, Steve? That is perfect because that's what we call a segue. Because the next question is sports related.
Perfect.
Okay. Your third question: New Zealand's national rugby team,
All Blacks,
is one of the most.
Sorry.
Hey, don't jump ahead, or you're going to be fucking disqualified. You need to settle your shit down right now. Their rugby team is one of the most well-known and respected rugby organizations in the world, and are known for uniforms being composed of a single color. What is that color?
That color is all black, I believe. All black.
Yes, they are the All Blacks. That's very correct.
Perfect.
Like
That's
we
racist.
we would never call something that in the States because it took us fucking like 50 years to learn that you can't call a team the Redskins. That shit is not cool. So, you know, but it's just referring to the jersey. It's not a race thing.
It's not a color. It's the absence of color, right? Because we don't see color in New Zealand. Boom.
I don't know about that, bro.
Boom.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's not
But
accurate
yeah,
at
we'll
all.
give you the point for that.
Yes.
But you know, we're gonna keep things fair. We're
Yeah.
gonna keep things fair. All right.
It's a shade.
Dan, this one's a little bit easier. It's gonna also be rugby related. It's even gonna concern the All Blacks. Okay. Keep things fair. I'm gonna give you a rugby question too.
Just All Blacks.
How many times have the All Blacks won the rugby championship?
4?
Ooh.
We're only off by a factor of it's 4 squared. It's 16, bro. They're really fucking good at rugby. I don't know what to tell you. So, but if you do 4 squared, that's 16. So I'm gonna give you 0.001 points. For that
You
one.
should
So
whip an asterisk on there because I wasn't sure if you meant the World Cup or the Rugby Championship, and I'm glad that you were correct in saying the Rugby Championship because that is correct.
Hey, we do our research here on the Resupply.
We're all about facts.
That's right. I'm a fucking historian. I need to get my shit straight. All right. Okay.
We should
Now.
just quickly. I had a quick idea. We should give the vein in Than's head its own podcast.
That is our special guest here on the Drunk with Power podcast. This episode of the Drunk with Power podcast is brought to you by the vein in Dan's forehead.
How many more questions we got?
Oh no, we only got 2 more questions.
got
The
2 more.
last question is lightning round, so you know
Perfect.
it could come down to that. You're never out of it until you're out of it, Dan. All right. The capital of New Zealand. This one's for Steve. The capital of New Zealand is considered to be the windiest capital city on Earth.
Really?
It's a fun fact.
Interesting.
Yeah, highest average wind speed. What is the capital of New Zealand?
Oh, tough question there, Michael. I'm gonna go with. You don't want to see Van Steen. Van's Vane, not Van Steen.
Van Steen, everybody.
I'm gonna go with
New band
Wellington.
name, I called it.
Wellington, home of the Beehive.
Wellington, that is
Oh, it's all right.
correct. Wellington, excellent job. All right, yeah. Wellington.
Bunnythorpe.
A lot of
Buddy
people-
thought.
A lot of people are just like, yeah, I think it's Auckland or something, but I'm like, no, bro, it's Wellington. Okay,
Eat
so
it,
all
Dan.
right. But again, Than, we're giving you a Wellington related question. I'm gonna let you get back in the game here. Let's get you back in this game. Wellington is also home, it's a fun fact, to the man who invented daylight saving time. Not a great claim to fame, in my
No.
opinion. I fucking hate daylight saving.
Not even a little bit.
But what is that man's name who cursed us all with daylight saving? He's a native Wellington person.
Wellingtonian. They
Fuckface
call him.
McFuckerson.
Oh, good.
Oh, you know
guess.
what? That is a good answer. I'm going to give you a quarter of a point for that. His name is actually George Hudson. May his name be cursed and may his bones be grounded. Fuck that guy.
Sunshine's the worst. Yuck.
It really is. Like, okay, Russ, just for you, I'm going to say that, yeah, if we had permanent daylight saving time, that'd be fine. I don't care if we have like some more light here or there, but I fucking hate changing the clocks. That shit is garbage.
Especially either on the car or on the DVD player.
Yeah, who the fuck knows how to do that? Who changes
Yeah.
the time on the DVD player? Come on.
No one. The same people who worry about the time on the microwave. Trash people, in other words.
I actually do change time on the microwave. I'm
Yeah,
going to deduct
same.
a
Garbage
point for that one.
people.
So,
Garbage old
All
people.
right, I'm deducting
you
a
just-
point from your
Shit.
score, Steve. That was not appreciated.
That's racism.
Yeah, you just called us both trash people. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Just I
Okay.
gave a reason this time.
See, you got Than back in the game unintentionally. All right. But that means it's time for the lightning round.
Somebody gift that. That's a new sub gift right there.
Hold up. It's time for the lightning round.
Light it around.
Where questions are worth however many fucking points the host feels like. Okay, Steve, for 31 points, Weta Workshop in New Zealand made movie props for a very famous film shot in New Zealand. What is a Weta?
What's a weta?
What's a weta?
It's a bug. It's a bug or insect. Okay, yeah, this is a bug insect, and it's about yay big, and periodically you find them in your shoes. It's bullshit.
God damn! No wonder you're fucking scared of insects and reptiles.
They are ugly. They're ugly as shit, but they don't bite you, and they generally harmless. So like most wildlife,
like most New Zealanders.
Yeah. They taste amazing. I don't actually know.
See, that's we're all about education right here. Yeah, that's correct. We would accept a bug or insect. Those are both correct.
Perfect.
Okay. All right, Van. Let's be honest. It's not your best game here, but you have a chance because I am a merciful God. You have a chance to steal it all in this question because it's worth.
You are definitely not merciful in any way, shape, or form.
But this question is worth 69 points. Okay.
Nice.
What famous fantasy genre film was shot against the epic backdrop of New Zealand's landscapes?
The Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's not the answer we're looking for. The answer is actually The Mortal Engines, which came out in 2018. It was largely panned by critics and a financial failure. Sorry, New Zealand. Maybe next time you can make a better film.
Who could have seen that twist coming?
Oh,
Everybody fucking knew that was coming.
I was
not that specific answer, but they knew that was coming.
Honestly, I was genuinely shitting myself. I was like, "Fuck, he didn't tell me this part."
I'm gonna have to consult the research department on that. We'll see if this Lord of the Bling or whatever you called it is a thing. I never heard of it, but that means our champion today is Guy Next Door. You win the right to play laser tag in Auckland next week. Congratulations! Yes. That's a great prize.
This is a great prize.
As a penalty for losing, I'm afraid your New Zealand residency is forfeit, and it goes to me. So sad times for you. And Steve, I will see you next week when I begin my process of moving to New Zealand. Thank you, everybody.
Actually, you know what? It's probably I'll see you 14 days from when you arrive in the country.
It's true. Safety first. You gotta quarantine.
Unless you break out.
Hey, I'm not one of those. Hamilton the musical fuckers, whatever you called them.
I think Pine Size is accusing you of being in the Illuminati. I think she maybe thought that quiz was rigged.
Well, I am in the Illuminati.
You're in the what now? What are you in?
I am in the Illuminati.
I'm in the Illuminati.
No, that quiz is not rigged. That was just based on pure facts right there.
Hey, I'm in the Illuminatis, okay?
We're both from New Zealand. Those are all New Zealand questions. You should know the answers to those.
Then I'm disappointed in you. How did you not know the square kilometerage of the North Island? Poor.
Because apparently I'm stupid. That is apparently the answer.
Well, you know what? We're still gonna make a toast to our fallen comrade, Than.
So speaking of Than, we were talking about the proposed competitions. What a dunce. We were talking about the proposed competitions in sort of your neck of the woods. Did you have any thoughts you wanted to kind of add?
Well, so I'm sure some of these are probably going to repeat stuff that DK said, and I'm sure that Glader's going to give me shit for that because that's what
it's okay, bro. I've already forgotten them.
That's cool. So on the one hand, there is the, Jesus fuck, Rona is kind of ridiculous right now as far as cases in the States. So it's like, really? It's fucking bullshit. On the other hand, because of this whole, not having nationals this year and not being able to see, people that I actually like, there's a few of you. The possibility of, being able to go and play lasers with some people that I like, and actually see some people in person.
Yeah.
It's appealing, but then it's like, well, then I'm probably contributing to the problem, because I'm in fucking Texas, one of 3 or 4 states that are just like, hey, look, potential cases, yeah. And then there's also the secondary concern, and this is a little more on the serious side, is my wife's a teacher. And while they've been told for the first 6 weeks they are doing distance learning, they haven't been told yet whether they're doing the distance learning by teaching from home, or if they're going to be going to the school, going to school, and basically teaching a class schedule basically to a camera for it to be live streamed. If she's teaching from home, obviously at that point there's very little vectors for things, but there's that comes with its own set of challenges. If she's at school with no students, it's still reduced vectors, but there's more vectors for it, and there's no guarantee that after 6 weeks the state of Texas won't just go, well, y'all motherfuckers got to put all the kids back in the classrooms because Texas.
Yeah.
Which then exponentially increases the amount of potential vectors that there are. And while the most the data that I've seen, and I'm open to seeing more, seems to indicate that if you're under 50 and you don't have any comorbidities, you're probably not in too much danger from it. If you're old, you're pretty much fucked. That kind of seems to be the stuff I've seen. But there's still that chance that while it's a lower chance if you're young and healthy of it having some sort of negative impact on you, lower chance is not no chance. And the idea that also then say everybody at goes to Utah, and let's say some people have it, but everybody is asymptomatic, and so nobody knows it's a thing. And even with masking and everything, let's say it still passes because
that's what it does.
It's what it does. I mean, it's not like everybody is going to be perfect about wearing masks, even if they've got sport masks or whatever to make it a thing. People are probably going to be taking them off in games to be able to yell louder, because they do muffle your voice, which does kind of seem like it'd be a negative when you're actually playing. It's just one of those things. So even if everybody's there and asymptomatic, and there's, say, something passes, well, what if now that becomes a vector into somebody's grandparent, and then that is a demo that does have some very serious risks. Obviously everything has risk, but some things more than others. So I'm very, very torn. The selfish part of me wants to go play some fucking lasers with people that I enjoy being around. Because I think I know I've said this on other pods before. As a generalized statement, I do like most of you people, even if I don't typically show it a lot of the time. There is something that, even if I don't necessarily if I don't necessarily talk to you while we're there, it's like there's something about the camaraderie of being in a place doing the thing.
Yeah.
But just kind of that thing, that kicking in the back of my head, like you start getting the vector spreads and and because of where I would be coming from going to, yeah, it just becomes challenging.
It's that decent voice in the back of your head.
Yeah.
You're like, bruh, really?
Like,
Really? You don't
like
wanna do
here's the
that.
thing. If it was just me that we're talking about, like I'm the only person concerned here, you could like take a fucking jar of Corona, smash it on the ground, and I would crawl through the fucking broken shards to go play some Space Marines right now. But it ain't just me
Yeah.
in the equation. Like we live in a fucking society, ladies and gentlemen. You have to be like a little bit considerate here and there. That's all I'm saying. Is if you're gonna go to something like this, you better be able to quarantine for 2 weeks. Like I know it fucking sucks quarantining for 2 weeks, but do the decent thing and like don't kill your fucking grandma.
Yeah.
Is all I can say.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
If you're gonna go to this thing, when the tournament's over, go back to your fucking hotel room. Don't talk to anybody. Just turn off the lights, fucking jerk off and go to sleep, and get up and play Laser Tag the next day. And then you finish that shit, you go home, you quarantine yourself for 2 weeks, and that's just how it is. That's just the price of admission, guys.
I feel bad for anyone sharing the room with you.
He'll
Dave.
just be asking him to help.
Dave, what are you doing?
I'm getting my own hotel room.
Actually,
I
that
saved
is
a lot of money not going to New Zealand this year. I can at least spare for my own hotel room.
I think that's a really good point as well. It's like I didn't even consider the social aspect of a tournament. So, I mean, I've said it many times on the podcast. Like that's my favorite thing about going to these tournaments is the social aspect with other people, and so it means that you are spending not only all day with the same group of people, but then you go on to like hang out with them and drink with them and just generally like having a fun time, and people can get kind of lax around some of the rules. So
Well, it's Utah. Ain't gonna be no drinking.
drinking some yoo-hoo, whatever that is.
Getting extra Mormon faded, bro.
Extra.
Yeah, right on. So I'd be very interested to see what happens. I hope that it can be done, and I hope that it can be done safely. I'm not sure it will be, but we like to push positivity here. So I'm hopeful.
Someday it's gonna happen. This isn't gonna last forever. And like right now, I'm pessimistic as fuck that Americans will ever be let out of the country again because we're fucking savages and we can't even wash our hands properly and all that. But someday this will pass and we'll be able to play laser tag again, and we just have to weather the storm.
Yeah.
In the meantime, but if this is gonna happen, just be smart about it.
Oh, so we missed it on the resupply last time because of reasons. But the Napier site closed last week. They had their last day on Sunday. I was very F in chat for Napier Laser Force. But I was kind of hoping to eventually get back down there again because we played there like years ago. Tham, had you even moved here?
No, you guys went. You guys went and did the thing there, before I moved there.
Yeah.
But I did play at that site. Julie and I made a trip down to Napier, and she puts up with me going to Laser Forces when we travel. So I did actually get to play in the maze, and
right.
I mean it was a decent enough maze. I mean, it kind of sucks that we were never able to pull any players from there for any sort of anything serious, because it would have been cool to have Auckland, Wellington, and Napier all.
Absolutely.
Fuck, I can't talk today. Fuck me running. See, this is the shit.
Man, calm down.
This is the shit that you guys didn't get for the most part when we were recording this thing. Because Steve-O would actually go through and edit out a lot of my stuttering because It was a tall fucking order. It really fucking is.
Oh, but okay, I'll see if
So,
I can. I'll see if I can
yeah.
shorten that into one word. Also, miss your face, Ace. We all miss your face. It was a pleasant face to look at.
Ace is in Texas now too, right?
Yeah, he's down in Austin. And
Jesus Christ.
I caught a stream the other
yeah.
day. It was nice. It was nice to see him. It was very nice to see him.
Nice.
What I wanted to do was actually hit up Napier and see if they had any like old Laser Force either signage or memorabilia that they were gonna just skip in otherwise, and see if I could get them to kind of put it aside for me. But I think I missed the opportunity there. I was caught doing family stuff, but that would have been really cool, like to get some, because they weren't open for. I suppose they were open for a while.
No, they were
maybe 15 years at least.
Longer. They opened in either 2000 or 2001. They actually they were open not long after Auckland. And very successful site. And as far as the reasons for why the site went away, I think it was that the building got sold.
Yeah, it seems to be the case.
That fucking shit, man. That happens.
Yeah,
way too much.
There's a cafe that I just visited this morning down the road from us. It's been a cafe in the area for ages. Their food's amazing. Same thing. Landlord's not renewing their lease, and so they have to close. Just sign of the times. But if anyone happens to be in Napier and happens to see a skip bin full of Laser Force memorabilia, go dumpster diving for old mate guy next door, and I'll make it worth your while. We can decorate the back wall or something.
And landlords, if you're taking over a building that has laser tag in it, you're sitting on a fucking gold mine and a community treasure.
Yeah.
Why are you fucking selling that shit?
Yeah.
Come on.
Sons of bitches.
Do you want the actual answer to that question?
No way,
No,
man.
I know it's because they're fucking Trump family assholes and they're trying to flip buildings and shit like that. I don't need to hear this bullshit.
There he is. I know that guy.
Hey, that's how both Qzars went out in Sacramento. Their buildings got sold.
That is fake news. That is fake news. Laser Force ran them out of business because we were the superior system. So
That's
don't
right.
bring that shit here.
and their buildings got sold. And the
Details.
Well, look, we've been going almost 2 hours. Do you guys want to mention or bring up anything else?
I mean, I wasn't here for the depressing. There was no Nats talk at the start, so if you want to rehash that,
Yeah, we basically we were just said.
What a miracle it was that Chula Vista B just ran the gauntlet and went from the 8th seed to winning the fucking tournament in
Crazy.
2020 Nats.
Who would have thunk it?
Wow, who would have thunk?
Yeah, that tournament.
Real Cinderella story in sports.
That tournament sounds like something that Fireball DK made up, similar to a certain quiz.
It might be. Yeah, only in my fucking fever dream imagination would I invent an end for a tournament that I didn't even win.
Yeah, we were just.
I don't win laser tag tournaments anymore.
We were talking about how like this week was full on Facebook of memories and stuff, and whilst it is very sad, it's also very happy. Like I love when these memories pop up because it shows it shows just how long we've been friends with a lot of people from the scene, like
way too fucking long.
Yeah, and like that's a good amount of one's life to have spent round and developed relationships with people through a mutual love and respect for a child's game.
Because there's way too many people to thank, but I'm going to thank Amy Sutton and Wayne Hood and Sanch and Andrew Officer and Zach Cornell and all of the other people who brought out my inner binge drinker and pressured me into drinking far too many alcoholic drinks at the last several Nats. and giving birth to Fireball DK. So
Spectrum.
I love you guys, and this one is for you.
Spectrum was an amazing night. That I wish you were there. I wish you would have been there, Than. You weren't at that, Nats, right?
2014 now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Bro, we could have used you. We could have used you.
Yeah. It was that was one of the greatest awards dinners, I think. And we didn't even have dinner there. We had dinner. I always forget that we had dinner up the road at it was like a Chinese restaurant, I think.
That place fucking sucked, bro.
Did it? I don't remember anything about it because right after that we were like, yes, we're going to Spectrum.
Yeah, Spectrum was fucking great.
For anyone
But
that
let me tell you, that restaurant, like Taipan, I love you, Taipan, but you tried to order for the whole table and you ordered some shit dishes and it wasn't even that good. So Spectrum was way better.
Hey, I can't remember. I don't know if Matt's around. There we go. Oh, you banned it, then you're onto it. You're absolutely onto it.
I got it.
I made you get chicken feet. That must have been great.
Chicken feet are great, man.
I love chicken feet. So for anyone that didn't know, Spectrum was a bar run by Laser Force's own Cookie, aka Amy, and Deza, aka Darren, out of Brisbane. They ran a frozen daiquiri bar in the Valley in Brisbane, and they kind of closed it up for us for about an hour, and we got absolutely shit-faced. It was great. They had I remember like a chocolate margarita or something. It was
Oh my god, bro.
amazing.
Just imagine a chocolate milkshake, but it gets you fucked up.
I think I do recall seeing one that had a penis drawn on the top in like chocolate sauce. I think that might have been for you.
Yeah, I gave it head. I won't lie. It was great.
Glader, I remember accidentally stepping on my All-Star Medic plaque when we were at the restaurant. That's a great humble brag right there.
Fuck it.
Oh, mint daiquiris.
No, those were pretty good too, but the chocolate ones were still better.
And then they let it open for the public. And what a magical evening that was.
It was. I'm pretty sure that everybody was doing the Taipan dance by the end of the night.
Oh, that's the DK dance?
It's not. I mean, I might have invented it, but it's called the Taipan dance.
I was trying to find the video of you doing that dance. So
Doesn't exist, bro. It's like fucking Bigfoot.
I found it, but it's terrible quality. It wouldn't work as a GIF, but it's very close to being a GIF. One time I was nuking as a commander in SM5, and the medic who owns the site shot me while I was nuking. A very good reason to communicate. Yeah, that's 100% right. I think it's happened. I've seen it happen a couple times. The resupply resupping the commander as they're dropping a nuke, and it's painful.
Oh, it's a pity that Russ isn't here.
Why did he do that in the
I
nets?
didn't say that. I didn't say that. You said that, Than. I didn't say that.
Oh, I totally said it. Huh?
Where did he do that?
West Coast in 2016, fucking resupplied DK out of a nuke. Now, granted, it was a really not the best place DK could have thrown the nuke because he was running.
Bro, it was the second nuke in the chain. I understand if he cancels the first one, but it was the second one. I already nuked once. It wasn't even like I'm gonna panic because this nuke's about to go off. Everybody else is down, bro.
Yeah, it happened, Spooky Bear, and it's painful and hilarious, depending on which side of the fence you're on when it happens.
I still love you, Russ, and I don't blame you for that anymore. I love you, buddy.
See, this would be fine if he was here, but he's not. So maybe he'll catch the VOG.
Yeah, he was here earlier.
If not,
I know
I'm gonna tell him
earlier. He's not now.
Yeah.
If not, I'll tell him on D&D on Tuesday. That's fine.
Speaking of D&D, we are back tomorrow.
Yeah.
The
I'll try to
resupply
sober up
plays.
by then.
Yeah, no, just power through,
Good
bro.
luck with that.
I'd be willing to wager that the boys would not only encourage you to power through, but they would probably join you. So if you're feeling
At least
it,
one of them would.
Yeah.
At least one of them would.
we'll be on tomorrow. The Resupply plays D&D, DK's D&D Chronicles. I'm hella looking forward to every Saturday before we get to play. I'm always jonesing to play D&D. So come join us same time tomorrow around 1 p.m. New Zealand time for that. Boys, did you have anything else nerds? You're not wrong, Pint Size. Do you have anything else you wanted to?
That's like the pot calling the kettle black. Are you fucking kidding me, Rachel?
That's not even the pot.
Seriously?
That's like the pot calling the
Seriously?
pot black. That ain't even the pot calling the kettle. That's just two pots.
Fuck.
We are exploring a brand new dungeon tomorrow. This will be my first dungeon crawl. I can't.
Ooh.
Korg is going to ride the Six Panther. That is like that's code, right? You're sending us a message. Who are you trying to meet in the stalls? Hey, you want to come ride the Six Panther? Yeah. So join us tomorrow for the adventure because I can't wait. It's gonna be great.
If he's a bard, that's not code. That's probably what he's gonna try.
We don't have one.
Oh,
We don't
Oh,
have a
thank
bard.
fuck.
I thought
Bro.
Hoodie was going to, and then he didn't because I think I should have probably gone a bard. My character kind of is, right? I don't know.
Yeah, you're like a bard without the trying to fuck everything that walks part.
Yeah, which I'm okay
bro,
with. I'm all right with that.
I'm in fucking Odin's Fist game right now, and we got a bard. Oh my god, it's too perverted for me.
Shit's
Wow,
gonna be
that's-
crazy.
that's saying something.
Cool. All right, we'll call it there, shall we? Unless you want to. I know you didn't really get to talk much this week, Dan. So I'm fishing to see if you want to bring anything else up.
I mean, to be fair, I've still been on here for almost an hour.
True.
So, it's just timing and schedules for having to miss things. So,
Well, I'd
it's
like to thank your Vane for joining us.
Yeah, honestly, I think you can thank DK for that. I mean, really, if you want to put not too fine a point on it, you can thank DK for that.
That's right. All right. Well, look, for this week on the Resupply, I've been Guy Next Door.
I've been DK. My tummy feels warm.
And I've been fan.
Always remember to backtrack, kids. We'll see you next week. Take care. Where's the button?